There will be a lot of eyes on the Cumberland County Commissioners meeting tonight. They're voting on whether to amend the county's contract with U.S. Marshals Prison Operations.
They're trying to decide whether to exclude Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, from that contract. News Center Maine's Raya Wooten joins us live outside the County Commissioners building. Hi, Raya.
Hey, Chris and Bailey, we are actually at the back of the building where there are more than 100 people who are kneeling right now. These people are rallying against the county's partnership with ICE. There's signs here that says deportation without due process is just called kidnapping. And like I said, people are showing up by the masses in the rain. And there are some leaders from Maine who support them and stand behind them standing up for people power.
We've seen ICE pick up people from all over, kidnap people from all over the country, and they are doing the same here.
Pius Ali doesn't just hear the horror stories, he says.
I am an immigrant myself.
The Portland City Council member knows the main characters personally.
I had coffee with a parent who's about four of their friends have been taken. And the sad part of it is there is absolutely nothing I can do.
Ali says he believes continuing the contractual agreement between Cumberland County and the U.S. Marshals Service does more harm than good. The contract allows Immigration and Customs and Enforcement, or ICE, to detain people at the Cumberland County Jail. Ali claims ICE is detaining people illegally, often without warrants and with no due process. As a naturalized citizen, Ali is urging Cumberland County commissioners to amend their contracts to exclude ICE.
Allowing our county facility to be used for that, I think, is unacceptable. It doesn't represent our values. It doesn't represent who we are as a city and as a county.
Leaders from the Department of Homeland Security say their tactics are making Americans safer and strengthening the border, citing a decrease in the number of immigrants trying to cross the southern border from Mexico into Texas as a win. In a letter to Cumberland County Commissioners, Congresswoman Shelley Pingree says, as elected officials, we have an obligation to ensure that any partnership between local and federal entities meets the highest standards of accountability and respect for due process. Representative Pingree says ICE, as well as Customs and Border Patrol agents, are causing undue terror with no regard for the rule of law. Now, in Representative Shelley Pingree's letter, she does acknowledge that some people have concerns that if this contract is amended and ICE is not allowed to hold detainees at the Cumberland County Jail, that people would be separated further from their families from Maine who are immigrants and shipped off to other out-of-state detention centers. But she says that continuing the agreement seems to run more harm. And she also mentioned that they hope that by limiting local detention space, that ICE and the Department of Homeland Security will look at other options and allow people to pursue a legal process to being in the states. Back to you guys.
Raya Wooten live in Portland tonight. We'll have the latest coming up for News Center Maine, prime at 9 and at 11 as well. Thanks, Raya.